It is a lie. We were liars. It's another Innistrad Remaster hot take spoiler day. We
Day
said
three.
we weren't gonna do it, yet here we are. We got some spoilers. We kind of made a conversation. We were gonna talk about things if we thought anything warranted it, and the MTG gods have listened to us, and there was some things worth noting. Um, so we're gonna talk about those. If you guys think that today feels really rough, it's because it is. Our 9 to 5 jobs had been very busy, and so we haven't really gotten to look at these cards, at least not beyond just the face value of art.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just raw dog this one, and you guys almost in a way will get at least my first reactions because I was the one that didn't necessarily get to prep and see these things. So
I took like 2 seconds looking at them, but I wasn't as busy as you at work, but I was still there.
So let's hop right in. We'll go into the uncommons. I have a feeling we're not going to linger here for very long. Um, we have
There's
a mix of the normal arts and the retros, just so you guys are aware of as well, because we slapped this together last minute. So we could provide you guys with the content. So if you're confused whether or not something's getting a retro treatment or not, it probably is. I suggest going and reflecting and looking at Scryfall or MTG Goldfish or just looking up the general websites that are going to give you all the spoilers. What
Yep.
we're showing here is not all of the cards treatments that were already spoiled today or in previous days. Sorry, go on. I just wanted to preface that.
No, you're good. I think that cards that got downshifted. We got that Somberwald Sage was originally a rare. Good card though. I think in the uncommon slot, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Drafting multiple of these isn't awful.
I haven't seen this Masquerade one, and I'm just now reading it. I do like this card. I don't believe I have this in my Edgar deck. So
I
that's
don't think
cool.
I don't think you do either. I don't know. I think instead of the masquerade, you're playing the Lord. So that gives creatures +1/+1 and first strike instead, so that they always have it. But the counterpart is good, but you also just have Edgar to just pump your dudes on attack.
Oh, for sure. So other
Edgar
than that,
confirm good.
yeah. Just glancing over these for uncommons. I am as a new player and just now just quickly reading over them. I am actually pretty satisfied with these. I know I mentioned the last couple days that Innistrad right now has felt like a graveyard set where it's really calling to that or it's calling to spell slinging with Izzets. These actually feel a bit more diverse. Um, so I like these cards.
Yeah. I think that these were all fine for the common uncommon slot. I do like Infernal Grasp being reprinted. I think that Infernal Grasp is a good card for Commander. It having just being 2 mana, very good. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of 2 mana spells are good, but having that 2 mana removal spell for the early and late game and still being able to do stuff in your match is still very strong.
I also just like the art from Infernal Grasp. I know it's not new art. I've always kind of liked that art. So
I was looking at it and I didn't realize it was the uh thing's finger in his mouth.
yeah,
I thought it was just his tongue coming out.
no,
Like,
nah, he's having a real kinky time.
sure, sure is.
Let's move on to rares. There was a handful of them. We tried slamming this in. The Carthur's Crusade. I like
Good.
seeing this card as
Yep.
well. It's good. Um,
$10 before the reprint, so I think that's pretty good. It's also played in all commander token decks. The go wide strategy really benefits off the Cathar's Crusade.
mm-hmm. Let's see. I know the Forgotten Archangel. I actually just bought the white and black alt art copy of that. It's cool to see it here too. I think that's nice because it's going to work in any angel decks that you're working on. And I feel like we've been seeing a lot of angels, so that means they're gonna work really well together. Um, and honestly, I just really wanted to see them hold true to the archetypes they said they were going to be posting. So, yeah, more angels. The metallic mimic I also like. I really like the art for this one. The tree, I don't know if it's an Innistrad card, but the more that I look at it, it is a cute little like Lolita girl pointing, and she looks sort of anime-esque, and I know people that are gonna want this card for the art.
They that was actually a the card's originally from Eldritch Moon, which is an Innistrad set, but
Hmm.
the art's from Jumpstart,
It's
which
really cute.
it's good. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know if I like it being the only anime card in the set though.
They're gonna have to sneak it in somewhere.
Sure,
I think it's
got
fine. I think it fits.
got to get those anime lovers what they want.
We have the brother sister combo.
Gisa and I don't think they're brother sister.
I thought they were.
I think they're
Uh,
lovers.
They kept it in the family.
Yep.
Every episode we're gonna loop it back to that. I like the crypto rights, where creatures you control have tap for any 1 mana. That's cool. Especially if maybe you're running it in a multicolor deck and you really want those mana dorks, but people keep getting rid of your mana dorks. Now everybody's a mana dork.
Hey, guess what?
Hmm.
Proud of you. Gisa and Girl are siblings.
Yeah.
They are sibling necromancers. Guess what? They aren't lovers. They didn't keep it in the family because they are family.
They might be from Alabama. They might be still, you know.
Bama just Innistrad.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to touch on these rares that they spoiled today?
Metallic Mimic.
Hot take.
It's not from Innistrad.
No, but I can see kind of why they put it. I can see kind of why. Not for. So you look at mechanics and sets. I look at a lot of art. If people haven't noticed that already, the art here makes sense to me, and with this spoiler today, I feel like, because as I said recently and just before, is a lot of it was originally like graveyard type things and spell slinging. I feel like this is now looking for the tribal aspect of it, which means if we haven't been seeing that before these spoilers, Edgar was announced, and Edgar's a really good card, but aside from vampires, there wasn't other support, and so I feel like this is a way to give some of that support. So
yeah, that's fair.
I agree with you that it should be an Innistrad set. However, I think it's cool where if you are showcasing Edgar as your like big marketing ta-da for this, I feel like this is kind of, I shouldn't say an exception, but I appreciate the art that they did with it to make it feel like it was from Innistrad. So
yeah, that's fair. We're doing an Innistrad remastered set, and we've had 5 cards now that aren't originally from Innistrad.
I feel you. It's there.
They just were like, here's some flavor. They salt made that bitch.
Yeah, just sprinkle that on. If we put vampires in it, it's Innistrad.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on to the mythic rares. I can never pronounce this angel correctly, and I have her as a deck. Sigarda. I am excited to see this Sigarda reprint because I am running her other version as a commander, and this would be good in my angel deck. And if I remember correctly, I think she was sort of hard to find right now or something. I don't know. Regardless, I just don't have her in my deck yet. So I am excited to see her be reprinted. That's really cool.
I think she was a little bit expensive too.
Isn't the Chandra, now hold on, you said that there was only one anime art. I know this is not considered anime Chandra, but this looks like Jumpstart art.
It's not Jumpstart art.
I think I had this in black and white.
You sure do, because it was in Crimson Vow.
The art looks very odd to me. I wish it had stayed in black and white.
In our video that we have recorded for Cast Tap Exile, that's coming out later. I don't know when. I don't remember what.
Innistrad's keeping it in the backlog.
Yeah. We have her all art in there in a slide that made one of our guests question her life.
Gina's upset right now and doesn't know why, and it's because Chandra was spoiled. we'll address the weird, awkward elephant in the room, which is the Gristle brand. It wasn't
Frizzy bee.
it wasn't specifically this art treatment, and we'll talk about the other one when we get to it. But I was super excited to see this card, and then I, being the ignorant person I am, did not realize that he's banned in Commander, so he
And
can't go in my demon decks.
no, but
Upset.
we could house rule him if you're gonna let me play him as my commander.
I will not let you play him as your commander. I'll tell you what, we can house rule him, and I just won't do the pay to save 7 life to draw
No.
7 cards. I'll just
That's
keep
like
him
his
as a
best-
7/7 flying with lifelink.
That's his best part, though, is that pay 7 life, draw 7.
But I'm just saying, like, Kalia, I could get him for free, and then a 7/7 with lifelink and flying. Like, that's really just why I want to re-zero it. Like, my opinion.
I want to roll 0 him to pay 7 life and draw 7 cards.
It is very good.
It's some gas, it's some heat, but bandit commander because that is very strong.
It is very strong, especially when 7 life really doesn't feel like anything in Commander once you play standard down to 20.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, I've seen this. I've played this card in Legacy, which is also 20 life,
Oh, yeah.
and go in, reanimate Gristlebrand into Children of Koilos, draw 14, sack the child to gain that 14 back, and then draw 7 or draw 14 more. Kind of some heat.
Until you draw yourself out on accident.
Well, no, you kill him with tendrils. You're fine. You're winning.
I like the Necro. This was not supposed to be a zombie tribal deck, but I feel like there was some support cards here for that. So that's really cool, which feels very Innistrad. So
I got a non-magic related question for you.
sure.
The guy on the left, does he kind of look like a Necron?
He kind of does.
Like I'm just looking at it and I'm like,
He kind of looks like they look like Necron tiers that went into the biotransference, but instead it was a biofusion, and now they're conjoined twins.
Yeah.
Or it would Donnie would know. It would be Trazen and once again I forget his name because he's not important. But the 2 old men that hate each other that are Necrons, they're actually like fused together, and this is them having an argument. And when we made the comment about it's 2 old men fighting one another and posted in the Family Guy meme, it's this in a Magic card.
Yeah.
I think Donnie would respect it.
I was looking at it, I was just like, kind of looks like a Necron, but
Yeah.
different game.
I mean, we had a Warhammer universe. It's fine.
Oh, you're right.
I'm still waiting for Wizards to message us about the Witcher crossover. Just saying, got some traction today on our Twitter.
We'll make the set for you guys, Wizards. You come up with the artists, we'll come up with the cards for the mechanics.
Yeah.
We got you.
Anything else you want to note on these mythics?
Yeah, I think Grimgrim's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's about it. He's pretty fun to build.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
We're gonna go into a segment really quick that I titled Landslide. Not because it's bad, just because we're now going to talk about some lands. We're going to start off with flip lands. I got really confused because I thought this legendary creature was a legendary creature and it belonged into some other slot. Lo and behold, I'm just stupid and it's a flip land. So
nah, you're fine. You're fine. Well, Hanwar Garrison and Hanwar Battlements also flip. They just flip into a 7/4 that makes 2/3 Eldrazi's that are tapped and attacking. Because who doesn't love Eldrazi's? Elsdrazos.
Los Drazos.
Yeah, same thing.
I do like
Ghost Drazos because there's 2 of them.
I do like both of these land cards. I probably won't be playing either one, to be quite honest.
I don't think so.
But I do think they're cool. I don't love them. I don't hate them. I think they possibly have a place somewhere in an MTG deck, just not in mine. So I don't really have a comment towards them. They're neither good nor bad. They're not deal breaking.
That's fair.
It's like you going on like a blind date with somebody and they really weren't what they said they were on, like their Tinder profile. They weren't quite a 7, but they were kind of a 5, and the restaurant food wasn't half bad, so you just called it a wash.
Hashtag dating seems awful.
These lands, they're the enter tap unless you control two or more other lands. And then you made a comment, we're missing one.
We're missing the blue white one, and I don't know why, but it really bothers me that we don't have the blue white one.
Yeah. The Stone Carved Coast though. I think you called that one. Or you mentioned these, I think,
Uh
in general.
I was gonna say I think I've mentioned these in general that this is a land cycle that we were gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm waiting for the Cavern of Souls. Tomorrow spoilers. Cavern of
Oh,
Souls.
that'd be so good.
Cavern of Souls with a new art.
That'd be cool. I need a couple Cavern of Souls for standard, so that would be really cool.
Same here, don't worry.
And now we're gonna go into some cool things. And the reason why we made this video today, because we, like I said, originally weren't going to. We're not gonna get to the super good stuff, but we're gonna jump into some good stuff. Borderless. I really like a very large chunk of these from an art standpoint. In our Tap Exile cast video, we talked about Audric. I'm not
George Clooney.
a big fan of this one. And even though we made a Geralt comment yesterday regarding Sauron, I'm actually kind of upset this guy doesn't look like George Clooney. Hot take. But I do like this art style. So that's okay. I really like all of these. Sometimes I see full arts and I think some of them are kind of cursed. I whoever's doing all of their full arts this go around, I think they did really
A
well.
plus.
Yeah, these are all very good.
Um, I think the Hullbreaker horror looks like a really big xenomorph.
Kind of. It looks like a giant squid. I really actually, while we were putting these slides together, and I hadn't seen any of these, and eventually I will try and read some of the text. The Colossus is fucking cool.
He's cute. He's just a little guy. He's just like, hey, you got some lands?
He looks like he's been munching on a tree, and you like caught him mid act, and he's just like, oh.
Cannibalism because I'm a plant? Maybe.
I really really like that art.
I like the heartless summoning art with Gisa. Just having
Yes.
her, she's being all sassy and she's got her army, but she's also got her shovel over her shoulder. She's just
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I know.
The Vanquished the Horde is also really pretty. My only kind of gripe is I think it's really cool that they really blew out all of this ethereal light for the angel. I just want to see who's getting like annihilated down below. I can just speculate that it looks like it's a bunch of ghouls. So I would have liked a little bit more contrast in there to kind of make out those figures that are underneath the text. But I understand the artist's choice behind the coloring and light source that they did, which is really cool. And I think it's more true to the angel, which is the focal point of the art rather than the background.
Yeah. I like the rooftop storm with the zombie that's on the bed, just like. Rah.
I like the zombie that's draped over his shoulder.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
Yeah, the like decrepit corpse. And then the Conjuring Closet is really cool. I like how the art really like sucks you into this demon that's like, I'm not sure if he's grabbing out of a portal or like getting sucked in, but I think the roots just encompassing it is really cool.
I feel like that demon is. It might be Gristlebrand. It might be Grissy B.
Could be. Maybe he's pulling himself out of the ban list.
Yo.
That'd be cool.
No, because if they pull Gristlebrand out of the ban list, they're gonna pull Yogg's Bargain out of the ban list, and it's not gonna be good because it's gonna go turn one Yogg's Bargain, which is draw 39 cards.
You never know.
You're like, I see nothing wrong with this.
Do we want to talk about any of the abilities that these things do?
Mm, well, I think the only cards that aren't. I guess this is a good split because it's a 4-4 split for cards that were in the original Innistrad sets versus what we've seen recently.
Mm-hmm.
Audric was in Shadows over Innistrad, Vanquish, and Vanquish was in Midnight Hunt. Hullbreaker and Cultivator were in Crimson Vow. Heartless was in Avacyn Restored. Same with Rooftop Storm. And then I don't remember which set Conjurer's Closet was in. It might be. It's not Dark Ascension. I think it's also Avacyn Restored.
If anybody's confused, by the way, and it looks like I'm looking this direction a lot, it's because I have my big monitor and I'm literally reading these cards. Um, and
Nice.
also looking at the art. So if anybody's confused right now and why it doesn't seem like I'm engaged, I'm literally trying to read these cards as you're talking about them. I also feel like these are all relatively strong cards. I'm glad that there's a variety within mechanics here. Um,
Yeah,
which again, up until today, all of the mechanics felt really one note. So it took them a while to get here, but hey, we're getting here. Um,
we just got the short bus first.
yeah, it was looking real short. The bus is elongating a little bit.
The bus was real short day one with 3 cards.
And then as we roll into the next slide, I want to preface that as we have been talking about Innistrad the last couple days, it went from I want to buy a collector's box and a play box. It's gone from maybe I'll just buy a play box to I'm definitely just going to buy singles. Then it was I don't know, maybe if I'm feeling froggy, I'll buy like a pack or two to say that I opened them. And now we're back to maybe not fully buying a box, but with the next set of spoilers, it went fuck Wizards once again, even though we are not excited about it and we think that the set is fairly mid for most of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you've pinched my wallet. You called the Olivia. We've talked about the Gristle Band.
Yep.
But oh my god, the reaction I had to the fucking movie poster, the Angel of Hope, the fucking hands. Oh my god, because I'm doing it, I didn't realize it. This like demon thing that's like she's so small. It's giving me like what is that movie? It's a really old movie. It was like called I think it's like Indian in a Cupboard or some shit like that. It's giving me these vibes though, where it's like she's like this perfect little like ballerina in a wind-up toy sort of situation, and there's just this demon gremlin thing that just wants to crush her, and she's just like there's so much ethereal goodness and hope in her that she's glowing, and I just oh my god, for a character that I'm usually for the goth mommy vibes, like
You fuck with it.
fuck with me, this is so good. I love this art. It is chef kiss. Josh Newton, do more cards, please, because this fucks.
I don't actually know what cards he's done.
While you look that up, I want to talk to the Gristle brand next. This also fucking rattled my cage, and I was super excited for it. And this was the one I wanted until I found out that he was banned. More I look at it, it is kind of giving me cereal box vibes, but I am oddly okay with that. And to reference both of these cards, we talked yesterday about the Captivating Vampire and how the text, the card itself was very easy to read. These are very easy to read to know what your card's doing.
Yeah.
You can be a new player and use one of these cards and still know what your card is, or if you're playing against somebody and they don't know what these cards are, the information is easily identified in the card.
Mm-hmm. All right, you already hear some of Josh Newton's cards.
I'm not gonna remember them, but hit us because the viewers might.
Well, he did the Emrakul from this set.
Okay, yeah, that was really good.
He did the Hermit Druid.
Yeah, also good.
He did the Living Death from Duskmourn.
Okay.
He did. You aren't gonna know this one, but he did a Reconnaissance. Secret Lair, which all of these are movie posters. He did. So he has 10 different movie poster arts. He also did the Cowboy Elishnorn Secret Lair.
Oh yeah.
Ghostly Dancers from Duskmourn.
Sure.
The one that makes a 3/1 spirit whenever an enchantment you control enters or you unlock a room.
Yeah, that one was also good.
He also did the Ash versus Evil Dead Vanquish the Horde.
Very cool.
Yeah, his art is just very good.
It is very good. And the Olivia that I haven't had enough time to look at, but I also really fuck with this card. She is giving 1980s like synthwave meets weird metal meets Lady Gaga. We've got the fucking bedroom eyes in the background that's supposed to be captivating you. I love this pose. I love the like armor on her body and then the fluffy dress, and it is definitely giving me movie poster vibes. And then in the background it looks like what I'm going to only describe as an orgy pile of vampire demons in the background.
Um,
That blends into her hair.
who is that vampire? Who's the vampire girl?
From
Like that's just what she's known for. I'm trying to think.
movie, animated,
It's a like movie,
vampire girl. That's a movie.
but it's not a vampire girl. She's a woman.
Vampire. I have no idea. While you look that up, I really like this card. I've been very satisfied with a ton of these movie posters. I think the formatting on the bottom is a little harder to read for a Magic card. However, I think it's the truest to a movie poster, and so I'm really not upset about that. I like the location of the mana cost in the center of the eyes, kind of acting like a third eye. I would be. They won't do it, but I think a not a fractured foil, but like a cosmic foil on this card would fuck. Like it would be so freaking good. She almost looks like an alternative art card from Infinity. And I
Mm.
would be totally okay with that. In fact, if someone was running her as a commander, might I suggest some Infinity lands and do like this space opera theme? It it would be really good. Did you find out what movie?
No, I'm still looking.
She's also
I
giving Vampirella vibes because she's pink from Monster High, which is,
sure.
we don't talk about that. We will never do a hot take about that. Just know that it is in my archive of knowledge. Um,
Well, now we have to do a hot take on Monster because now Wizards is gonna make a secret layer for it.
shit. But overall, to wrap up our thoughts, I didn't, because I also didn't expect the video to go this long, and it surprisingly has. Is Innistrad worth it based off of today's spoilers?
I don't.
I'm sort of torn. It's a 50-50. What I said yesterday of a no, I don't think it's box worthy. I think it's definitely packs worthy
I think a couple packs, yeah.
because
But I
these cards are not going to be cheap.
no. Well, and I gave you the statistics at work for like if there's a 10% chance that they pop up in a pack, and
Mm-hmm.
then there's 10 different movie poster arts, you have a 1% chance of getting what you want.
Yep.
Roughly, give or take. If you're doing the 10% of 10
Sure.
math, but I think having a 1% chance to get the thing you want, opening 100 collector boosters does not sound fun.
No, that is not smart because there's a chance you're going to get copies too.
What do you mean $4,000 just dropped on collector boosters?
No, but I do think these cards will be placed at high values.
Mhm.
I mean, they're the Angel of Hope alone. She already is a high value card. Then you just
Oh,
put a banger of artwork behind it, and it's just like, yeah, this is probably going to be in the realm of a couple hundred, maybe 80 something dollars. I have no idea, but it's definitely going to be higher.
one thing to note:
Mhm.
we are most likely only seeing one print run of collector boosters for this set.
Oh,
Because they have the serialized cards. So just
right,
like for Ravnica Remastered and Lord of the Rings, um, any set with serialized cards, Wizards can only do one print run because there is cards that are like, okay, well, there's only out of 250 of these. If they did another print run, it would be well, we have to go through each different box and each print sheet and remove this card.
right,
And Wizards isn't going to do that. It takes
right,
too much time. That's
sure.
money that they don't want to spend. So,
S-
is something else to note.
yeah, and because of that, these cards, I think, after just explaining the dollar figure they're probably going to be, if it's only going to be one run, these cards are going to be expensive, 100%. If you don't want to spend the money on purchasing them, I personally, normally I'm behind proxies. Don't get proxies of these. This artwork is very, very good. All of the artists that did the movie posters, it feels like they collaborated to make. If you were to have all 10 together, I feel like it would look beautiful in a collector's binder if you're that kind of MTG player.
Yep.
Don't proxy these. For the love of God and all that is holy, I will stand on a hill now for artists. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't proxy them. I'm getting emotional thinking about it because I've seen art get mooched, and these are so good. This was what Wizards needed for a collector's box to be worth $300. Is
Yeah.
this amazing art? So
$300.
I mean, they're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Mad respect to the artists that they got to do the full movie arts. Yeah. I don't know still. Now, I'm on the fence about a box because I really like all these movie posters. So in a way, as a person that likes to pop packs and enjoys art, the spoilers today could possibly have suckered me back in, and that's not great because my wallet doesn't agree with that. But
You know, uh, I mean, 12 packs in a box. I I I could be convinced to split a collector box.
hey, but that being said, tomorrow is the last day for spoilers. We will be covering that, even though we did a video today. Who knows what tomorrow has? It could be a flop. It could be great. Maybe.
Could be Cavern of Souls.
It could be Cavern of Souls, and then everyone's buying a box.
Hey yo, movie poster Cavern of Souls.
I don't know how many movie posters we've seen so far. I don't know if there's another one out there.
We have seen.
There is no arguing. There is value cards in these boxes. So if you're looking for value, it's sort of there. I don't think you should be buying these 2 value surf. Or if you are that type of person that's trying to make money out of flipping packs, unfortunately, you're going to need to buy the collectors, in my opinion, to be pulling some of these movie posters. Again, there's other value there, but it's just, it is what it is. While Trevor looks up how many movie posters we've seen, I would like to take a comment onto something that we had mentioned yesterday because there was confusion on my end, and I want to make sure that we're up to date on it. To go back to the Crater Hoof and things being behind paywalls, the tweet, because I am social media illiterate, even though I run our Twitter, is MTG Goldfish made a comment about how the Crater Hoof was going to be in collector packs only, and that was where someone came back and misspoke. You can get the Crater Hoof and you can get the Avacyn out of the play boosters as well. So those are not behind paywalls. Nope. Collector boxes are literally what it is said on the label, which is if you are looking to collect cards like the movie posters or foiled retros, you will need to go there. But there is not a card printed for play that you will not be able to obtain in play. Yep. So it's a small bonus.
I'm back with the info.
Yeah.
We have, right now, we have 1 more rare movie poster and 2 more mythics. So we could potentially get a Cavern of Souls.
That'd be cool.
I think that it would be a pretty dope Cavern of Souls if it was a movie poster one.
So we get 3 more movie posters? Am I understanding that correctly?
3 more movie posters.
Cool.
1 rare and 2 mythics that we will see tomorrow because the full set will be spoiled tomorrow because we're slamming them out in 3 days.
Toot toot. Hope Ape for the Drift is worth it.
I actually saw a couple articles on Aether Drift today, and I am very excited.
A lot of people are. It's been talked about all over the place. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm sorry if this seems really rushed. Again, we didn't plan on recording today, and then we did because we thought these 3 cards were just worth it.
Wow, the whole video for 3 cards.
Really, honestly, a hot take. It was really just for 1. We saw the Avacyn, and we were like, oh, we need to record today. And it just so that way we're small and we're growing, but if you are following us and you want to see our opinions on the spoilers as they happen, because ideally in a perfect world, that's what I would like to do with MTG Hot Takes is as spoilers come out, we post videos so that way we can talk about them right away while they're still fresh and they don't get lost in the wayside and you get our opinions on them. I don't know if we'll be able to do that for every set because life happens, and if Wizards keeps playing this game of we're gonna spoil a couple cards, far out in advance and then slam everything in a week, I don't hate myself enough to do that.
No, I don't think either of us do.
So
and I don't think our editor hates himself enough to want to edit videos every single day.
So we're gonna wrap this up. we'll see you guys tomorrow. We do our usual sign-outs about our content that we have as well as on the stream, but I feel like we've already talked about that. So
Yeah.
instead, if you do enjoy this comment and you have checked out our other stuff, but you haven't liked and subscribed, you should do that. Or go check out our link tree that has all our different social medias on it.
Yep.
We try and post on a regular basis. We're trying to get better about shorts. It's just whenever we have the time, because we're doing the bulk of the editing in the videos, so that way you guys have them up on YouTube and more of like a podcast thing, which is what we kind of market ourselves as. But yeah, you guys should go check that out. And if you enjoy it and you think other people would, please share us, because that would be really cool too. We're not looking to make this a living and a lifestyle, but it's really nice to see people react to what we're talking about, and it's not just nerds in a room talking about what we enjoy that we could be doing in a Discord.
Yeah.
Not that we're not recording in a Discord.
Shh, we don't talk about that. We're in the same room. What do you mean?
Oh, absolutely. You're on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. We're just back to back.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.